heathens. So let me start off by saying don't mind the fact that my face is a little pinkier than normal, because I just took off the makeup that I wore to work today because I came home and I had a very exciting thing here that I have been ever so impatiently waiting for. I know that I just did, seems like not too long ago, a Colourpop haul, but I have another one because, for those of you who don't know, they just came out with the Colourpop Disney crossover Villains collection, and that's really exciting because I love Disney. This collection's incredible with a few things that I feel like were missed opportunities, but I could not resist getting a few of the items. And the main thing that I'm super excited for, and which is why I took off the makeup, I mean, I'm going to use at least one of everything I got. The main thing I'm excited for, though, is the eyeshadow palette. So, I got the Luxe lipstick for both Ursula and Maleficent. Ursula's is a matte and Maleficent's is a cream. I'm not going to spend too long on this except to talk about the amazing packaging, because anyone who has heard of this collection, I'm guaranteed, has seen swatches. So I'm going to do swatches on the back of my hand. That is Maleficent. And then, of course, we have Ursula. These were the two that spoke to me the most. I did not want to get the whole collection, at least not yet. I may over time, but these were the two. I just wanted to see if they smell like anything. These are the two colors that spoke to me the most because they seem like the ones that I would wear the most. So that is Maleficent. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a really long day. So I'm really glad this collection came today because I need a little pick-me-up. It's been a week. And I know that, you know, Mercury is in retrograde, and that's taking its toll on everyone. But I'm ready for it to be done. So, I need some good news. Then the two highlighters I got were the Cruella highlighter and the Ursula highlighter. The Cruella highlighter is called You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles. And then the Ursula one is called Poor Unfortunate Souls. So, I think the packaging for these, like the look of them, is just so incredible. Hey, so as I was editing that video, I realized how absolutely horrible the highlighter swatches are, because for some reason I apparently have no idea where my frame is. So I'm like trying to show the back of my hand and it's all the way up here. So we're going to redo that. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to edit out so that it's still kind of a smooth transition. So if I haven't shown the cases already, I have Cruella and Ursula. You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles, and Poor Unfortunate Souls. So Cruella is a gorgeous, goldish, pinkish, silvery-ish, kind of everything-ish color. That is what it looks like on my finger if it shows up. And then swatched across the back of my hand is like this. And then the Ursula one is a beautiful pinky purple. And we're just going to use a different finger. I love the texture of these. I really do. For anyone who has not used a Super Shock highlighter, They do feel, this is the Ursula one, they do feel very similar to a Super Shock Shadow, which of course I don't have in front of me. I accidentally wiped the inside of my hand. I don't know if you can see that, but now I have highlighter in my hand. Yeah, the texture is very soft and squishy, so they're really nice. However, they do apply much better with fingers than they do with a brush, and I do believe that that's partially due to the texture. Anyway, we're gonna get back into the other one. I just wanted to try to get I hope this picks up because that's funny. I just wanted to try to get some better swatches in, because the way that I swatched in the original video was actually pretty embarrassing. So we're gonna pretend it didn't happen and replace it with this. So yeah, we're gonna do a little eye look and swatch this palette. This is the packaging, and then we're gonna use a highlighter. This is the actual palette. I just think it's absolutely amazing. The artwork. And then the inside of it is similar to if you saw the Disney Princess collection where it had the initials. And then this is the palette itself. So, since there are 5 colors to a row, I'm going to do swatches across all my fingers. Do swatches with all my fingers, and then across my arm. So I hope that you can see all of these. This is the first shade, No Spots. The second shade, Mongrels. The third shade, Diablo. Devious. I'm going to stop saying what number shade it is because it's not like they're numbered. And then Tragic. So that is the first row. I'm going to clean off my hand with a makeup wipe. And like any Colourpop shadows, you know, they're really soft. They seem really pigmented. I swatch on my finger really well. I've got to find something to dry my hand with. Sure, I'll just use a shirt. Then, second row, we'll just do the same thing. Ooh. Some of these colors are a little slicker than others. Alright, so we have Underworld, Pain and Panic, Forest of Thorns, which is a color I'm really excited about it, Flotsam, and then the Fates. So my biggest complaint so far about this palette, which is more of a preference type thing, I guess, is just that it doesn't have a lot of matte shades, which, I mean, isn't the end of the world, but I would prefer if it wasn't 80% shimmers, because it would be able to be a little more versatile. I love the colors, though. Alright, and then it's going to be kind of hard to swatch this top one, so I'm going to use, or the bottom one, because my arm's full, so I'm going to use the bottom of my arm for the last row. And I don't know if you can see, but that's all I'm doing in my swatches, is just swirling around in them a few times. And then, I'm scared to, like, touch anything. Alright, so we have Revenge. What is that? Sing? Where's that swatch? Sing. It's really pigmented. Jetsam. Looks like that might be a duochrome. Facile, question mark. and then 101. So that's a really awkward spot to do swatches. I apologize. But yeah, now I'm going to take my dirty arm, try to avoid getting it all over my pretty light blue shirt. And I think I just did already. We're going to get into an eye look. So let's see if I can find a brush while I can't see. Alright, this is one of the Faro brushes that I got in Ipsy. I'm going to dip in first with the shade Tragic, which is this matte nude, just to build up a base. I have zero idea what I'm going for, which I probably should have put some thought into while I was swatching, but what fun is that? We'd much rather have no idea what we're doing. I mean, I never have any idea what I'm doing, so it's not like it's anything new. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I never have any idea what I'm doing. I don't even know which eye to close when I'm applying eyeshadow, apparently. Okay, so that has a bit of a base. I did not use a colored eyeshadow primer, so I can still see some of the veins through that shade. I'm going to go in with the BS Mole brush, which came in one of my Christmas gifts. And I'm going to go into... oh gosh. I just don't know what I want to do. Alright, I guess I'm just going to do what I've seen everyone else do. Not the same look, but I'm just going to go in next with the deep blue shade, which is called the Fates, because it's one of the only other matte shades. And there's a lot of color payoff, and I've already knocked some off. I keep being scared that I'm hitting my shirt. We're just going to go into the crease. This brush is bigger than I would normally use for the crease, but I want to kind of build this up everywhere, because we're just going for it. So I do want to make sure that it's nicely blended out though. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure when I'm tapping into the palette or applying it on my eye. Of course, it would probably be better once I built it up more, because like I said, I'm barely picking up any as far as applying pressure. It's picking up on the brush because Colourpop shadows are amazing, but I'm not... stop! I'm not going out of my way to get a lot of product. I have no idea where I'm going with this look. So, next, I'm gonna see if I can take a brush and get one of these sparkly shades. I'm gonna try to go in with Jetsam. It's that kind of duochrome-y purpley blue, and I'm just gonna pat my brush in there, see what I can, see what I can pick up, and I'm just going to see if I can pat that on the lid. A lot of the times these work better with a finger, and it looks like this is not going to be any different, but so that they look even, I'm going to go ahead and do the same with this eye. Yeah, let's see. So I'm going to take my finger, Just dip into it like I did with the swatch. I'm just so worried about this shirt. There we go. That's such a difference. Like finger versus brush. I don't know if you can tell. Alright, I'm going to wipe that finger off. And then I'm going to take the brush again that I used with the blue shade and just take whatever's on it and go back across the top to kind of blend out the areas where those two shades touch. And then I want to brighten this look a little bit. So I'm going to go with Facile something on a different finger. And I'm going to go over pretty much the exact same area that I just applied Jetsam. Is that what I used? Yeah. Just to brighten it up, but so that it still has a very blue undertone. There is a teeny bit of fallout under my eye, but it's very minuscule. So far, not that I'm surprised, because all Colourpop shades perform really well, but none of these are having any issues like blending with the other shades or playing together. They all work together really well so far, the whole three that I've used. Alright, now I'm just going to brighten it up a little bit. How many times am I going to say that? I'm going to take Pain and Panic, which is this gold shade, and we're just going to pop that right in the very center. We're just going to right up the lid. Oh my, that is gorgeous. Probably don't even need to go back in to get the other eye. So the first eye is a little brighter, but hello. I'm going to clean up under my eyes. I know this is super simple, but I just wanted to do swatches and see how they performed. Not like I haven't used Colourpop or used them like daily, but alright, now I'm going to dry those spots on my face with this shirt I was talking about. Find a small shader brush if I can. And I'm going to just dip back into the first blue shade, which is the Fates. I'm sorry, I can't see anything. And I'm just going to gently take that along the outside of my lower lash line to connect everything on the outside. I'm gonna take that same brush. I'm going to dip into Pain and Panic if I can, which is that gold shade, and just see if I can apply some in the center on the bottom. I picked up a little bit, but I think that's just because it applies better with a finger. Alright, then I'm going to go into, I guess, mongrels. Stop! With my pinky and do, stop! Just a little inner corner highlight. Yep, that happened. That's not a little. That's my whole pinky. Like, so that applied a little more than I was expecting, but that's okay. Alright, so, of course, I want to try this highlighter, and Super Shocks, for those of you who do not know, apply better with a finger because of the texture and consistency and formula. So we're going to take on my finger and just pat. Oh, yes. Oh, I hope that picks up in this light. Oh my gracious. I may have just found my favorite highlighter ever. And this one does not seem to have a whole lot of glitter in it. Some of the Super Shock shadows, Super Shock highlighters have a bit of glitter in them. Oh, hello. I should have used that on my inner corner. But this does not. Now, between these two lips, neither of them really go with the eye look, because this eye look is bold, but we're going to use Ursula anyway, because we used Ursula highlighter. So, also these apply so incredibly. So this color, though, does need a few layers, because there are areas where you can tell it's a little bit darker. But that's okay. And that is the lipstick. So, I would take my hair down, well, I'll do it anyway. It doesn't look the best. I tried putting a, like, spritz, a whole mist thing to give it some volume and curls, but, it didn't want to work earlier, so I just threw it in a bun. But, yeah. Of course, it would be a little better with mascara, but all in all, super, super pleased with this entire collection. I mentioned earlier that there were a few things I would change. The main thing being the Hades collection. I just wasn't blown away. I feel like there were some missed opportunities there because there isn't any blue with his collection. I was touching my hand. I was like, why is my hand wet? I stuck my finger right in the lipstick. Yeah, so I really love this. I'm sure there's so much more you could do with this eyeshadow palette, but just in the moment, I couldn't really come up with anything. I do really love this. I can't wait to play around with it and make some more looks when I have a little bit more time. And this highlighter is just everything. It is my life. I really hope that this comes up. If it does not, I'm going to try to take a picture where it does and try to insert it somewhere, somehow. Hello. And, yeah, let me know what y'all thought. Sorry for the crazy arm swatches, and I will see y'all next time. So the lighting in this isn't going to be too good, but I had to use the flash so that I can show off this highlighter a little better, because the way that I had the video before really didn't pick it up or do it any justice. And I tried getting pictures, but they still didn't quite pick it up the way that I wanted it. So hopefully this does the trick, and yeah,